Hey orchid loving friends, it's Deb. I wanted to share a couple of things with you today. First off, this beautiful little vanilla planifolia that I picked up today. Isn't she sweet? So I got this from a Facebook marketplace seller, $25. She looks absolutely fantastic. From what I can see, she's got some great roots going on in there, in this moss. She's from a cutting, as you can see, but lots of roots. Like, she's been in here for a little bit, that's for sure, or in something else, and then transferred in here before I picked her up, but she's looking fantastic. So for me, what I find here in Canada is the vanilla orchid, I can find a cutting for $25. So a cutting with a few roots and maybe a couple of leaves, $25. So when I saw this, I was just super excited, obviously. This plant itself is, almost 12 inches in height. So I was super excited when I saw this. I was super bummed when I messaged her and she said, sorry, they are gone. So she had a couple to go, both taken, and yay, she messaged me back a little while later and said, I still have one of them. Do you want it? So I was like, yeah, obviously $25. Like, to me here in Canada where I'm at, this is a great buy, a great buy. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with her. I would love, obviously, I am a bare root grower by choice, so I would love to look at growing her bare root, but I'm not, I got to do some more research. I got to find people who are doing it successfully, and yeah. I mean, I paid $25 for it. So, $25 for me is like a week of Starbucks. So I'm okay with that. But at the same time, like, you don't want to put your plants in peril, right? So I'm also a fan of moss growing. I've previously, before I moved to waterculture, I grew my orchids in moss. So I'm okay with moss. You don't tend to find all of the horrible bugs and everything else, the creepy crawlies with moss. I find that, when you are repotting with moss, it's super easy. They don't need any adjustment time, none of that kind of stuff. And in my environment, moss works really well, or my previous environments, moss has worked very, very well. So we'll see. I'm going to continue to research a little bit and make the decision of what I will do with her. So happy about that little addition. So the other part of today's video, so Corina, a YouTube friend that I've been following for a while now, when I was learning all about waterculture, I really had two channels that I immersed myself, not even immersed myself, but with Danielle's Orchid Ranch, I immersed myself. She's got so many great videos. And then I came across Corina as well. So Corina also does waterculture for her orchids, as well as she's got some houseplants in waterculture as well. So check her out if you haven't. So today's video from her was about choosing the correct, or how she goes about choosing the vase that she wants to put her orchids in. So that just got me thinking about some of my orchids and the vases that they're currently in. So this is pretty. This is my oldest orchid, sorry. I've had her for coming up to 7 years now. She was a gift from a office friend. Gift meaning she was like, here, I'm killing it, you take it. And so I rehabilitated her and brought her along to the waterculture journey. She was the second orchid that I put into waterculture, and she's adjusted so well. So Corina's video was talking about the roots and making sure that you have it in a vase that allows the roots to continue to grow. She talked about over time you need to change the vase or the vessel that you are growing in, to suit the plant. So that really got me thinking, and I, immediately jumped over and had a look at all the phals sitting on my shelf. And I was thinking about this girl and how, her roots, they're bending, right? Like they're not growing straight. One of the things I love, one of the many, but one of the things I love about waterculture is the aesthetics of it. I love seeing the plant and the beautiful, beautiful roots, that grow straight down. Some of them I love it, like the cattleyas and those types of orchids where they like swirl around the bottom of their vessel. But for phals, I love it when they're in, these big, beautiful vases and their roots are straight and they're thick and they're healthy and they're gorgeous. So it got me thinking about my little girl here and how I could probably do better for her, and she could graduate. She could graduate out of this particular vase into something like this. So this is actually one of the vases that Corina was talking about in her video as well. So this is like a $3 from the dollar store, the Dollarama, a $3 vase that they have, regularly. It's not overly tall, but it's definitely, if I come down, it's definitely a step up from what she's in, right? So I was thinking to myself, okay, well, just like everybody else that does waterculture, I have a whole bunch of different vases in my cupboard. Let's have a little look to see what she could probably fit in. And I'm going to do this with one hand. What she could fit in that would allow her the chance to, continue to grow those roots beautifully, still allow air movement, still have her sitting up pretty tall, and allow the chance for those to continue to extend out without me needing to, invade her space again. Because one of the things about orchids is they don't like to be moved around a lot. Like they like to get anchored, get settled in, and start growing, right? So when you put your plant in something, just like if you've potted it in some kind of media, same thing with waterculture. You put it in, and you don't want to disturb it for a while. So she's been growing in that. I think I can put her in here. It's going to allow her that little bit of extra space. I think this is a good fit. What do you think? I think she's going to be happy in this. Yeah, I think so. So I want to thank Corina for that video today. She definitely got me thinking, and so I'm going to go and have a look at some of my other orchids on the shelf and see if I can get them into a vase that allows them a little bit more freedom, but without them feeling insecure at the same time. This vase itself, it's not overly big, like it's not overly wide. She's not going like from something really super skinny to something huge. if I do this, you know, there's still the same space. She's still going to get a fairly good amount of air movement around the base of her. And I think she's going to be happy in here. So I just wanted to share that with you, share the new kid on the shelf, and maybe give you the opportunity to get thinking about your orchids as well. Definitely one of the other huge benefits of water culture is I can move her from one to another and she's not going to get set back. She's just going to continue on and there's no setback when I repot. So, boom, there's another check as to why, for me, water culture is my preferred method of growing for my orchids. Anyway, thank you so much. This is a little bit longer than I thought it would be, but you know me, ramble on. Thanks for watching, everyone. Talk soon.